Let's move over to Wondering in Waterford Township. And Wondering writes in, 6 of us are on the deed to a cottage that has been in our family for over 60 years. We are scattered all over the U.S. Can we designate one person to handle the sale? Wondering in Waterford Township. 6 people on one deed. Yikes.
Yeah. Boy, that's again, okay. That's another story. Okay, so yes.
All 6 to agree to something.
Yeah. Well, you'd be shocked what people do, right? And so when you have 6 people on a deed, and I do see that once in a while, but the way to do that, Blair, is just to, yes, you can give, everybody can, number one, they could give somebody the power of attorney, okay, or a letter of authority to handle a transaction. If it comes to getting deeds from everybody, easier way to do it, especially in real estate. I do this often when we have a probate matter and I have like a bunch of siblings who, initially start out, they're all like kumbaya, loving each other. And by the time the probate matter is over with the real estate, they want to kill each other. So what we do is we get the deeds out of everybody to signed over to the personal representative right up front. They're just deeding over their interest.
Okay.
And that's what these people can do. If there's somebody in the family that they trust, or they can give, the deeds to the title company, each person can deed off their interest, directly send the deed over to the title company, and to hold an escrow while there might be a closing. But in a transaction, the best thing to do is just designate somebody. To be legally binding, though, you're going to have a power of attorney. Otherwise, everybody has to sign on the document, okay? That the conveyance document, the purchase agreement, whatever it is that the legal instrument that has been put in front of them, they all have to sign. Here's the wonderful thing. Years ago, that used to be so difficult.
Yeah.
There are DocuSign, HelloSign.
That's what I was thinking. That wouldn't be that difficult. That's 6 different emails on DocuSign.
Right. Yeah. We do purchase agreements though, but you don't have to have deeds. Okay.
Okay.
Deeds will not work with a DocuSign or HelloSign, but a purchase agreement, yes. So maybe even a closing statement, I believe it will. So yeah, a lot of this stuff now electronically, you can circulate the documents as long as everybody's got. There'll always be that one sibling who like lives in the middle of nowhere, doesn't know how to use.
They still have dial-up.
Right. There's always that one. Trust me, I've had that, right? Where you're like, wait, we got to go where up north? 9 hours to where do they live? Right. You're like, seriously. Right. And we got everybody else online, but no, we got to find so-and-so who's in the militia, the Michigan militia. I've had that. So
very interesting. No, so the 2 questions that I have is so technically they don't have to have any sort of legal designator. They can just agree on one person, and then if they had a purchase agreement, they could just handle it through DocuSign via the purchase agreement. So, so one person they don't necessarily have to go through any legal procedure. They can just say,
no.
Bob, you handle it, but then the other 5 have to agree or whatever.
Right.
Bob is like.
Well, right, and it's. Here's the thing. I don't know the real nature of the transaction, but sometimes you want to designate somebody with a little bit more legal authority. We're talking, in the context of residential real estate, usually when we're talking on this site. But we also, I deal with commercial real estate and vacant land and industrial properties and developments. And yeah, we do have people all over the country, if not all over the world. One file comes to mind where I had somebody from the Philippines that we had to deal with, and we did overnight, 2 overnights. We couldn't do the DocuSign because over there, it was a notary issue. It was such a pain in the ass. So here's the thing. You need a power of attorney because by the delay and everything, just give them a power of attorney and let them do the transaction. And, they can still talk on the phone and everything, but I have one from Lebanon recently that we got an international power of attorney to allow the family in Dearborn to do some work. Otherwise, the transaction was not going to close. So yes, a power of attorney can work internationally. It's got to be stamped properly. You usually go through a consulate to get that taken care of. But yeah, I don't know where they are in the transaction, but if it's like, siblings, family members, friends, you can say, hey, you negotiate it and then call me when you're ready and I'll sign. Well, that's different than, oh, we need everybody's signature and we need it all at the same time. That's really what they're kind of dealing with.
Okay. I gotcha.
DocuSign, technology is incredible. Try that first.